and see if they can start with a bang. I think a pistol, it's first gunny, suddenly we're looking at a competitive half.
Yeah, let's see how this one's... Oh, 4 middle. Okay, this is an interesting little setup indeed here. Now, Mr. Hobnob, he likes to go middle and be quite the dissuasive force. About to get pushed by multiple members is Hobbit, and here they come. Dinks, Gooshes, and he goes down, so they're able to clear that one up. Shiro's P250, a hero previously, is back in the mix, and it's taken down Ben, and they're into B. Getting planted, running through the smoke, and another one for Inters now. Oh, it's the nade that gets it done. This one is looking like it may be done and dusted before it gets started.
Yeah, don't speak too soon. PTR's in the server, and he's clicking heads with DJ. 2v2 as Axel jogs over to A. So, retake is on. No kit yet, but maybe Hanaphany's going to win the round on his own. We'll see. PTR through CT.
It's going to be a flank here, right, from Naphany. He might have to get a move on because they are quickly rotating over towards A.
Temple's a hard clear. You're going to be worried about Donut, you're going to be worried about A, and he's actually going to bring the fight to you. Wow, he's taking a pot shot, gives him the info. That's nice for PTR to try and isolate. Hunting him down, bomb half gone. They do need to get on that bomb now. Threatening, Axel deals with DJ. And PTR in the clutch. Getting danced with, Axel ring around the rosy as that's the first, but not the last.
And there it is, Naphany, the safety net of all of that. Picks it up, the players will get the pistol. Now, look, if this starts in the same way that Inferno did and things are running away from Party Astronauts, let's have a conversation about the cool util sets that are being used. I know that Rush is here to help us highlight with his sidekick of, well, the gunfinder, J-Raz.
Yeah.
Perfectly placed nade there for them running through the smoke. That one really stings. Good stuff, well handled. And, well, we'll get underway here with what is just going to be an eco from the PA. That's not my personal assistant, that is the Party Astronauts.
Good to see Shiro with a smile on his face. Inter's equipped with the biggest gun in the server right now, and he's going to be patrolling middle. Nothing to report. You can see what the astronauts are going for here.
See, the top mid smoke and the cave smoke that they've thrown here, right? That's one way to try and help you get this mid and B lane control. Now, obviously, it's against CTs without any utility of their own. They throw back double mollies mid. They'll do this bit of the mop-oz smoke, as we like to call it. They'll throw mollies down towards B lane. But going further forward in cave on an anti-eco is risky business.
It certainly feels that way. Trying to bait them in. I suspect that's not going to work too well with Naphany's. Oh, God, he could not have found more money if he tried. 3 kills on the MAC-10. Nicely finished off by Jonji to at least punish and force something out of Naphany. But yeah, very nice. The only SMG is the only casualty.
Now, here's the thing, Alex. If you're Party Astronauts, you probably want to buy M4s, and they are. So their mid-holders need to make sure they prioritize Molotovs here, because what Hobbit likes to do is he goes mid and he'll underarm the smoke and he'll extinguish. So if you do the smoke-molly combo, he'll just play in front of your smoke and play behind his own once he extinguishes your Molotov. So let's see if that comes into fruition here. Let's see what players have in store for us. No defuse kit. And there are mollies to defend against mid. Jonji and PTR are heading over there. It's the double molly. Oh, and see, Hobbit's smoke didn't actually extinguish, so gonna have to respect this one as more utility being limped out early. Look at this, 1:39, and they're already down to bare bones. 2 smokes and 3 flashes. Make it 2 flashes now.
Let's get executed on here. Unless DJ's good for duel. He's better of it. Forced off by the Galil.
This mid-hold is gonna start to weaken now.
Jonji, though, actually on the ledge, bait and switch. Maybe PTR can find Naphany here.
Oh!
What? Galil wins out. 10 HP left on Naphany. Maybe Jonji's set for success. Yes, will catch him on the back and leave us in a 3v3.
Oh, look at the space Inters has taken during all of this. He's probing through cave. He's got Shiro not too far behind it. Info play as Party Astronauts trying to re-aggress down long. I like the maneuver that they're going for here. Axel might get a rude shock as he rotates back through spawn.
Bomb's coming straight to them. If they can just hold on to this territory, it's theirs. It's theirs. Ben may not know. Shiro's going to go for a clear. DJ confirms they lost cave. Ben to flank him. Bomb's going to come in safely. This has actually worked out really weirdly. Oh, completely booked. That's not the one. That's not the one. Yep. Shiro catches him in perfect transition. I'm worrying about that bomb going in. So DJ's opted for Cubby, and he did show himself ramp. So 30 seconds, he will be hard cleared. Jonji and Pone alone will be there in time. Oh, DJ spotted now, anticipating the Shiro swing. Axel.
He's getting flanked as well.
Yeah, this time a successful flank and a great find for the Party Astronauts. They just have to not go down. Oh, the spray was good onto Jonji. He doesn't finish. 10 HP, no time for plant. It has to be the double kill, and yeah, 4 bullets. Jonji will finish what he started as 3 in the round. He locked down mid and closes out on the B site.
Impact kills as well. He got the opener, he got the follow-up, the kill that he was assisted in, so let's give him 3.5 right there. That flank kill, even if the player on site, DJ, didn't get it, he definitely would have been able to convert that one of Jonji. So great stuff for him. Staying mobile in this one.
And it's Jonji on a fading smoke, the Hobbit. So a bit of revenge from Inferno. He really was not having fun against the spray from the players' play.
Yeah.
It's going to happen.
Yeah, it is.
It's going to happen.
Players.
They asked for it.
Yeah, they're the players.
The players.
And they are players who are known as players.
Oh, no. Oh, and the players are in. They're actually already in. I can't quite believe just how much they've already won this round.
Locked off Donut now.
Oh, God, it's horrible. And you don't really want to have fun trying to clear back through.
A retake is very possible, but with Hobbit's sleeper position, it's going to make a late Donut flank extremely potent here. So all they have to do is get the bomb down, play back, allow Hobbit to play the clock.
DJ's being patient. Like, you got to credit him, but he was not going to clear this. He's not going to clear this.
Yeah, and now they're trapped in Donut. And now the round's over. Poor Ben probably should try and save here.
Well, I mean, and I was just watching the minimap. This is the first round we've seen Ponalone not just immediately set up on A. He felt like he could cheat back to mid and arrive late through CT, but by the time he was on his way, the site was lost. They'd all got through main, the choke point that was normally his responsibility. And so that's a nasty way to concede the round, considering you just had such a hard-fought way to get your teeth in to Ancient. It's immediately just been taken back by the players, and they keep 4 alive.
Beautiful stuff, and it's going to be more pain right now for the party astronauts. It should be pistols one more time here. In the next round of play, they will be getting 2,400 as the loss bonus, so we'll have to stomach this one. This shot from Shiro is, well, the round, right? Ponalone getting there, trying to get there in time. But this is the thing. You can't be strong everywhere on Ancient, so if you want to make sure you have enough bodies to deal against like a mid-scrim out with the Infinity Molly that lands front donut, the smoke top mid, the flashes over the top, you need to have a couple of players mid, 2 to 3, right? Or if you want to go aggressive B lane, have presence towards B ramp as well as cave, you need to have at least 2 or 3 players over towards B. Well, where's susceptible? A, right? Now an A rush, it's not normally the easiest, but if you're able to make sure that the mid players are focused on middle and not focused on rotating donut, that's a great way to keep them in limbo. And, well, yeah, a couple more kills here coming on through. Just ban last alive again. But this is as expected, should be 4-1 now. I think I picked Nafany and Inters in my fantasy team.
Oh.
Let me check.
I picked Ponalone and...
You don't play the fantasy.
I don't.
Don't pretend.
Ponalone and I can't remember the other one.
Oh, this is my fantasy team. You ready for this? So as I mentioned, I got Inters and Nafany because I figured they're going to win every game.
Yeah.
So so I know that I'm going to get some good stats for them anyway.
Yeah.
I got the combo of Naf and Elige.
No, I thought you were going to get a bit liquidy.
Well, because I had to. It's hard with the cash you get, right? Like you gotta be careful how you spend. So I went Naf and Elige, and then I got the alligator himself, Henny, as the AWPer for my team.
That's a good setup, actually. A fair play.
If they all spoke English, I reckon that'd be a pretty good team.
Yeah, fair. Okay. Smoke to the top of middle. Gonna force Jonji's hand immediately. This standoff between Jonji and Hobbit continues.
3B, 1A, 1 mid. Nafany, creepy crawly. And they're actually aggressive here. So those wall bangs, we know how paper thin this is. Rain is great at demonstrating exactly that. If you ever watch any of his games on the map of Ancient.
Smoke fades. Hobbit worming his way into middle, keeping Jonji on his toes. So he needs to be able to maintain the call that Donut can't be walked on. That will ruin PTR's current setup for A. So
yeah, he's already lost that.
He's lost. Yeah, he doesn't know. So PTR's just hoping that they haven't walked on Donut at this point. And that's exactly what Hobbit's starting to do.
I guess he will get a tell before they exit out of Donut in this position here. It's unlikely to just walk out and hard clear and shoot him in the side of the head, but I think that little timer is up. He's going to start to pivot on back into something much more passive, and an A split would be perfect now. Inters can actually backpedal all the way through spawn, pick up the bomb, join Nafany, who's been deep in main listening for any sound cues. Axel, Hobbit, and Shiro can start working their way here up through Donut, and, well, away they go. Pete's missed that one. Under pressure now.
Lots towards his location. The smoke donut will buy time. He's
no one's rotating, man.
He's re-aggressive.
Where's the rotate?
Oh, Jonji to clear. Axile's ready. And Jonji's beating him.
Good find.
Big find. Ben to rotate through. They have a bit of middle. It's up to this glass cannon AWP on the swing. Oh, bullied.
Numbers here, though. They can do this.
Yeah, maybe. Ben has to deliver here. Hobbit is going to go down. It's more contributions from Jonji. Shiro misses his shot, and just like that, it's blue on brown in the feed. We see Party Astronauts successfully defend off the back of another impactful round out of Jonji.
Very slow stuff there, right, from players. It felt like they could have had a bit more quickness to that. I think pace was their undoing in all of that round right there, but good stuff. Party Astronauts rotate around. They take the space. That Jonji fight onto Axel really set things going in the right direction, even with this swing from Nafty into the head of Pete. Handled, taking care of business as we look at round number 7. Pone alone will get the grace of the AWP this time round, and Shiro doesn't have one for the other side. They are quickly scampering over towards B. Jonji aggressive middle as well with some info. Lots of steps being heard.
Oh, Nafty just runs straight into the DJ double. Don't get that every day of the week. You put the AK on his CT setup and the headshots just rain in. Really big leg up now for Party Astronauts. And ideally, I know I don't want to be that guy that makes a win sound less enthusiastic, but if they can keep all 5 alive here, Chad, they will start to create a lot more pressure onto the players' T side if things go awry.
Now, it's a minute 20 on the clock. Let us know in chat. Is it going to be... what's a sad one?
A sad one would be a 3 versus 5.
No, I think they're going to save. Basically, I want to know if the people at home think with a minute 20 on the clock, if players are going to save, because I think they're going to save.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Even though they are a little more loosey-goosey today than they normally are?
Yeah, I think they're going to save.
Okay.
Maybe one player goes in and looks, and if he gets a kill, then they consider it, but I think most realistically, they just save.
But you have to sit here for 50 seconds.
Yeah. It was a minute 20. Well, it was like a minute 35 when the first 2 deaths happened. And it was probably already thinking about saving.
I mean, I may as well do some research. I've always wanted to know what postmodernism is. Modern.
I'll look at more space things to say. Things in space.
Late 20th century movement. Skepticism.
Oh, they're walking in, actually. Hold up. Oh. Now they save?
Axel gets 1, loses everything, including Shiro actually getting a chunk taken out of him. So now with 10 seconds, just cowering in fear, and I don't think the astronauts really want to hunt and force the issue too much further. You looking for more astronaut puns?
I was just looking at what things are in space.
Well, who was the first dog in space? Who
Spot?
was the first dog in space? Tell me. It was Leica, obviously.
Of course. When did the first dog go to space?
1957.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did we really go to the moon, you think, Alex?
It was shot into space and orbited Earth. A stray dog.
Oh.
Aw, I mean, imagine the story of Leica, you know? Stray dog on the streets of Moscow, you end up seeing the Earth, like the blue marble.
It'd be quite intimidating.
I wonder what he was processing, she was processing. Don't want to misgender Leica.
Well, I found a couple of things here. We got asteroids, comets, meteoroids, meteors, meteor showers, meteorites, dwarf planets, the Kuiper belt objects. There's probably space junk.
Space junk, for sure. I'd imagine it's much cleaner than our seas and oceans. We haven't been there as much.
Well, let's find out how much trash we send into space. How much trash?
Oh, that's totally the future, bro. When we completely fill up all the landfill with our junk, we're just going to start pumping it out into the eternal void.
All right, well, they have gone for a just a light investment around this save Shiro AK-47, and they're going to take a bit of pace out of this. There are estimated to be over 128 million pieces of debris smaller than 1 centimeter as of January 2019 in space.
128 million?
Yeah. There are approximately 900,000 pieces from 1 to 10 centimeters. The current count of large debris, defined as 10 centimeters across or larger, is 34,000. I
like to think that somewhere Leica's probably playing fetch with Harambe.
Did she come back or not?
No, dude. I mean, you're not going to plan a return journey, are you? It was more about the living creature in space thing, I think they were looking for.
Sad.
Yeah, me too. But I mean, it's quite a nice way to go. Better than Fry's dog in Futurama.
Oh, yeah. Yikes.
Do they win this one, or?
Party Astronauts?
No, the Nafny AK.
Unlikely to see Nafny's anime protagonists get up to anything here. They should just get mowed on down. Jonji's been good towards mid.
And flashed in. Beautiful. Down goes Nafny. Round locked. We look to go level. Inters has managed to remind us all what he's capable of, but with the low HP. In fact, quick math, 15 points of health between the two of them. They are going to have very little to contribute.
As long as they go down here to make sure that they get the loss bonus. That's what they're looking for. But now with 10 seconds left, Inters, you might want to swing, my friend, and you will. Straight into the Pwn alone AWP. And, well, Shiro keeping his death stats quite low. So he'll go for another save, keep his death to 3, and retain the AK-47. Now, that's necessary because the rest of the players on his team would all be able to buy, and he wouldn't. So holds on to it, carries it through. And we look good for a full AK-47 round coming out of the likes of players now. Now what changes?
I'll tell you what changes.
Okay.
Is Nafany calls a real straight-up page out of the playbook. Let's see what the page will be. Axel lining up a smoke to quickly deny information towards that donut and mid position. In fact, he might be... I think they threw a Molotov.
Here.
Hobbit smokes it. And they're off to the races.
Yeah.
Whoa, Jonji straight through. Looking to punish. The CTs have found a recipe to success, and the answer is aggression. Hobbit up ledge. He will not be ready for this. Jonji is, though. Drops the flame, forces him into the smoke. Hobbit is
reloading.
Heard the reload, will move on it. Jonji, giving a sound cue back. A lick of the flames, down to 50. Yeah, Hobbit has slinked cave. Jonji will have to suspect this.
But the thing is, because the molly was past the box, so I don't think he knows that Hobbit's actually slipped on through.
He thinks it's a ledge burn.
Yeah, so Hobbit could do a lot here. Axel just needs to stay alive during all of this. Hobbit, let him work. Allow him to find Ben here.
Ben is going to feel really hard done by. Really hard done by. No trigger discipline. Jonji realizes his mistake. Actually betrayed by the sound cue. 4v3, though. You got Shiro, Axel rejoining towards this commitment lane. Jonji, they know his presence was there, and he's missed it again. Oh, Hobbit's going to clear.
The timing is mental.
Yeah, he has no idea. Jonji's flying blind right now. There he is. There he is. Confirmation. They both know now. Oh, and a perfect nade from Shiro. Now Jonji, undeterred, walks on in, and now 3v3. They have to recover this. The CTs are working their way into the site. A good denial onto the bottom. Oh, cancelled. Fully cancelled. PTR alone. Isolated and executed. That's a recovery and a half. And Jonji, he tried it all. I thought as you saw the shutdown 3v5, they'd be able to convert, but I mean, do we point the credit towards Hobbit's wormy ways?
Yeah, I think you have to. I love the all-in play with the 4B at the start. Here it is again. Jonji straight on through, grabbing himself a couple more kills there, and this is great. You can see they got the deep doors smoke in. They wanted to do that the entire time. They didn't want to allow them to play the round, and then, well, in the mid-round, Hobbit finds the
only gap.
Yeah, the only space, really, isn't it? And then even more impact here onto Pwn alone, the way through the door. Shiro will finish things off, and going to be double ops brought on out here. Some early damage done to Jonji. He's not afraid. That's what I like to see. This is a bit of a cat and mouse game,
I think he saw him all, or not. Yeah, he did.
Oh, Jonji.
Revenge.
Making the most of this.
Is struck. He's not going to be allowed to get away, is he? He seems to have actually managed to turn tail. So another man advantage given by an early Jonji maneuver. He's on 12 and 6. Got to give him his respect that he has earned. DJ. Responsible for cave tucks in. Nafany with full util on his belt as well as Inters. So they could boost on this box. It's a nice position to set yourself up for success. Unlikely to be the pre-aim.
Yeah, you're right. If they do head back towards B, this boost here, it should be worth a double kill, right? At least, even if they trade 1 for 1. Beautiful, beautiful. You're not getting through here. Get on out. There's our cave.
Zug, zug. Oh, wow, Inters did well with
hung out there, didn't DJ?
No.
Swinging in.
Oh, it could have gone wrong. It still can go wrong. Still falling apart. They know the AWP isolated.
They're going A.
Go A. Exile's running through middle.
Everybody rotated.
The rotate. Shiro can go ledge anytime he wants. It's too quiet. They're smoked. They don't know. Lads, PTR's going to think about it now. He has to adjust for it.
Axel doesn't have to go any further. He can stay right here. They're just going to go in towards this A site. Okay, a meal of it made, but he'll still eat.
The rest falls apart. Falls into place depending on how you're framing it with a couple of seconds to spare. Bit of a tutorial handed to the astronauts here. The astronauts? That's probably how they feel.
Their booties can fit in the spacesuits.
Yeah, that would be the age 16 and over version. The party astronauts.
All right, well, they're back down to pistols, so not feeling good over there, but maybe they're looking good. Axile even rubbing some salt in the wound with the AWP quick pick up there and the bop onto the final. So 6-4, this is plenty of T rounds right now for the players.
Oh, the 3v5s, bro. That's just, was that 2 of them back to back? What happened in the last one? Jonji got opener again. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, so back-to-back, 2-man advantages thrown away. I mean, there you go. Now you get to stomach an eco. But this, I mean, very easily with some ironed out mistakes. Could be a very competitive half.
Yeah, look, I think maps like Ancient, obviously being quite exotic here, it's hard for Gambit to know what they're up against as well. And you mentioned at the start, it does still have quite a CT bias. So realistically, Party Astronauts could have walked away with a bag here. But without the pistol conversion, that does make things quite difficult. But yeah, I think here we might have to see, I was going to say a bit of a timeout. Their first timeout called just to talk through the options because the cash is not perfect. Jonji has 3.9. It's 4.3 for the rest, right? Or 4.350 if you want to get technical with it all. So we're talking M4 smoke, flash, HE, or maybe get a molly in there instead of, say, the smoke and the HE, you get a flash. So the buy is not going to be great. It's actually going to be... This is the thing, right? There's so many more options available now with the silenced M4s. You can have a couple of people play with the MP9s or SMGs and, you know, a couple of guys with the M4s and you can make it work with the util. But again, they've opted to just go for the full M4s, which means if they go aggressive with utility early, it's an all-in. They either win or lose the round at the start because you're not going to play the war of attrition against players here as far as the utility game goes.
Doesn't look like they're setting up for any sort of early util dump B.
They can just creep behind Shiro's AWP. If he maintains this angle, right, he can actually slink Nafany up the ramp or you know, Intis can come with him and do the same. Yeah, Nafany's going to do exactly that here.
Okay. Ben, first real test, Barrel betrays him, he knows, and loses his head. Nafany's not letting that slip. DJ's his next victim. Brutal. As he goes down to a quick click.
Shadow advantage here for Mr. Intis.
Nice telegraphed walkthrough. Here I am. Oh, he baits it with the shadow. Phone alone. Could boost up, and the nade's gonna really ruin their day. It gets...
Look at all that red.
It's horrible.
Very red.
It's horrible. Oh, leave them alone. Leave them alone, lads.
Well, that will be the 8th for the players now. Hobbit is making sure they can't save on A. Pete has been able to get his way through towards spawn at least. Taking away these guns would be quite devastating for Party Astronauts, as in the next round they only have 2,900 as the loss bonus. So holding on to these two, they could both drop M4s. They could make something out of the round, but it's not looking likely. Jonji with another here. Will get found on out. Now it is just PTR, and, well, he should survive. So bomb goes off. 8 posted, 1 rifle retained, and this is going as expected.
Nafany's first was great, but he was so ready for DJ. Look at the crosshair, bang on the money. Shadow advantage into a lovely nade and Molotov combination. I mean, like, just you can see that the puzzle's moving quicker for players. This was the punish, the flames on top, it spreads, there's all that good damage, and you can see that only one of them managed to save after that debacle.
Intis has 364 utility damage, and he probably did like 100 and something then.
With that, yeah. Well, the nade and the spread. And they're going back to A, which is once again completely unmanned.
Yeah, Jonji's just floating here with the Deagle, so if he can hit some absolute showstoppers, everybody's favorite, everybody dreams.
Let's see, a show-stopping start. As chances dwindle, as does his health.
Curtain call, actually.
That's the curtain call.
Show was stopping, but it's because it's over. There's no encore.
Yeah. Please put your drinks and popcorn in the receptacles provided.
So I have done a bit of backstage work in theatres.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because my mother, she runs a dance...
So were you like a floor manager?
No, I was more of a prop mover.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, you bring in the big boxes out. You know, when I was a young gun, because I was small, but it was my dad and a whole bunch of other fathers that used to have kids at the dance studio.
You the legs.
I would be the one running out because we had these wheels. These were big boxes. My mum, she thinks big.
Okay.
She thinks big. We're
So
talking massive. Yeah. So they're getting rolled out, and I'm the one. I'm running around with these wheels and sliding the wheels under, so the grunt man can go and put them on the wheels. So I did a lot of that, and then I think one time I got upgraded to curtain man. I think one year I did the curtain.
Yo, respect. That's a lot of responsibility.
It is. When mum says curtain, I got to make sure the curtain.
Pull the string, not the lever. There's no levers involved.
There was one where it was a button at one point. I didn't do the button, but the button was slow.
Not as cool as actually pulling the curtain.
No, you feel like you're doing something when you pull in the curtain.
Yeah, that's on my bucket list. I want to ring the bells. You know, the old-fashioned ones, like the church bells with the big rope you jump on.
Okay, we can
Or is that
probably
just in
work on
cartoons?
that.
I think that's real life.
I think, well, I don't know if you jump on it, but I'm sure we can find something.
Yeah, go get like a retreat where, oh, nasty nade. They really are bullying Pwn alone here. And it's just in through their default utility. Great flash to at least facilitate across back. Pwn alone could be peeking into this.
I want to know the origin of his name. I hope that it has something to do with Home Alone because of his name. I really hope it does. Maybe we can get a Hecko interview with him at some point and we can ask the question. Or we can just ask him when we see him at the buffet.
True. Day one of our third group here for the 15th season of ESL Pro League. And you've already got many teams returning, locked in from groups A and B. We'll be seeing them once we get to our next stage of competition. For now, though, Party Astronauts meeting the demon of their group.
Yeah, it's like, oh, could we have maybe had, I don't know, Godsend with a stand-in first? At least we're familiar with Godsend. They're from our region. But no, you get the hardest team first. You get put through your paces, and oh, you've lost the B-bomb site here now. They're faking it. They're trying to bait it out, and they have done. Oh, no scope through there. No 2 now is over towards the triangle side.
Yeah, and this one should just fall flat on its face. Not impossible to retake this site, but up against these guys, I don't fancy your chances. I don't envy your task. The crossfire is so potent. Ugh. Revolting. Axar's taken down Jonji as well, and one by one. Oh, it's just an orchestra of destruction. You walk in one by one. It's so coordinated. He does manage to destabilize, but this is just padding the stats. 10th is secured. Party Astronauts sent back to the Stone Age. And we will see the 15th round with a heavy advantage in favor of the players.
I would like to see the Party Astronauts bring out a couple more fun guns. Like art-inspired. Some shotguns, some SMGs.
Not the PP Bison.
No, not the poo-poo Bison. We keep that out.
It's just an art exclusive.
Now, they have, but not because they wanted to. The buy is broken. They've got a UMP, a MP9, and a Swaggy.
Watch them win this round, though.
I hope so.
Yeah. They've kept Hobbit contained. He hasn't dropped his smoke just yet. He actually just stares around the flames instead. PTR's going to have to deal with Hobbit's mid-lurks. It's Axon and Hobbit so relentlessly up to no good. And he can drop that smoke, and 50% of the time, he's not even there.
Well, Cave's a no-go zone, right? DJ at this range with the Swag 7, it'd be hard to find a better weapon for the job. So auto shotty would be great here to munch on a couple too. So at this juncture, they should be pretty safe to lock down Cave at least. Very default spready at the moment from players. They are 2 towards B, 2 towards mid, and Axel over towards A main. Pwn alone is playing a sleeper position behind the tall box that he can come out late if it is the hit, and they're starting to work on this mid control. So top mid smoke deployed. HE to the red room on the right side, and oh wow,
In fact,
Jonji.
Just as Jonji gets there, it's right on his toes. Jumping into the angle is Hobbit. He's got too much practice in this clear.
Bloody
Look at that nade. Yeah, Jonji actually takes down Hobbit for
Here it is.
big one.
Here it is. Boom.
Wow, you take those every day of the week, don't you, if you're DJ? He has the security of Ben now ripped from him. The low. Jonji lower. DJ needed that frag and now making it interesting. A dink as well. DJ's been handed a winnable 1v2. Gets the first confirmed.
Time.
Second 14 seconds. 14 DJ. He has to plan. He's chasing you. You've got confirmation of it. Bomb
Won the round. He's won the round.
He's opted to chase. DJ, he hasn't got time.
Hey!
You take those 5 on the board for the Party Astronauts and 10 already for players. Will this be the 2-0 we anticipate, or have the Party Astronauts got enough juice to send us to overpass?
ESL Pro League feels different from the other events because we're traveling to Europe. We're playing against tier 1 teams that we barely get to play in NA. Like, we get to play them rarely at a time because they're always in Europe. We don't get good practice, and now we're here and we're just dialed in.
And we've learned that the Party Astronauts have certainly got a little something to show here on Ancient. It's supposed to be a punish pick, not a map that they've likely developed to the same depths by which they have the others in the pool. You got PTR, Jonji, Ben, Ponalone, and DJ representing North America, somewhat of an underdog story, and they've been thrust immediately up against Goliath. So poor old David is going to see what this slingshot can throw over on RT side of Ancient. They're leaning A towards the A side of the map early, more leaning for a 3-man B. It does seem like a default pistol for reactions.
Yeah, here's the thing, right? Retake on the pistol, you can see how that can work because they're not going to have extra utility to keep CT or Donut smoked here. They are going to have to try and scale and take space of Temple. If they can do that, there's a real chance that they can win this. Donut smoke, that's the way Dexter used to throw it.
And it's going to work out for the first cross. They're in.
You need control, right? You can't just sit in the site. You have to take Temple. You have to take something.
And they will. Bomb planted, uncontested. A 5v5 with the bomb now ticking. And this could have huge ramifications into just how competitive of a scoreline we see here.
I'll protect the VIP right now of Inters with the kit.
Yeah, nice contribution early. Nafany does go down. Ponalone from behind. Stops the flank. DJ's dealt with another, and the shots are coming in. It's Inters and Axile. They are threatening. If you peek, you have to make sure you connect, and now Inters alone. Coming in from Temple. No one's actually aware of this. Ponalone not actively holding.
Oopsie, summon.
Oh, yeah, good pre-aim. There you have it. T-Pistol 1. That is convincing that we will see more play.
Great stuff there as well. And the fact that they fortified over towards Temple is huge. That's going to make their life a lot easier, battling up against the retake. And the nice shot to open things up onto Nafany was how they were able to give themselves that number advantage in the 5-on-5 retake situation. So 5 Galils, plenty of util. Oof, Pete without any head armor here. So on the other side, the only thing that wouldn't have made a difference against was the Deagle. The UMP, the MP9s, and the CZ might be able to shred that head.
This is one of the hardest rounds to convert. Nice flashes to contain. Look how many smokes have just been deployed.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 smokes on the map right now.
3 CT smokes, 3 T smokes. There's only 1 left for the players.
Hobbit is in a bit of trouble here. He doesn't have a very good weapon for this job.
Yeah, could be.
Dead. Good nade.
Finish. Ponalone dunks him.
It's skittish, though. They haven't run in. They're taking their time on this.
Yeah, well, you don't want to be running into a scary stack, but that's exactly what it's going to be if you don't go now. Already, Nafany's here, and Axel, looking good on the UMP. Looks like a rifle in his hands. Dink exchange. Shiro finishes the job. You've got to be careful here. We need that rifle to do damage. Jonji trying to contribute. Bomb lost to the MP9s. These rounds can get away from you. Jonji's going on a 1v3 right now. There's a long flank. Good damage from the nade. He still stands his ground to try and get away. He's going to go down. Now they reveal DJ's position. Survival, integral, and DJ to close.
Very winnable right now for Party Astronauts.
You know, there's one left side Temple. You know, Nafany's holding the main peak. When do you strike? Jonji can't dance with them forever. He's being pushed. He's being pushed. Here comes Nafany.
Oh, no.
He's ready for it. DJ, they know where he's coming from, and that's a really nice mid-round adjustment.
Spotted.
Dancing with him. Oh, he's got the health. Nafany just walking under his crosshairs. So smart. Nafany really does solve that mystery. It was so favorable for the Astronauts for so long.
And Pete was the first guy out against the UMP. I remember he didn't have head armor.
True, that was why he got deleted so quick.
It just felt like it happened awfully quick, didn't it? I don't know if we'll catch it in the replay here.
It was Axel's UMP that bested him.
Yeah, and that right there, look at that nade. Oh, man. Jonji's going for a little bit of a look, and that just lands at the most pesky of timings. Oh.
Everything that Nafany threw at them, not only from the nade, but like solving this 2v2, knew he had to push him, knew he had to get close, does win his duel, and it makes the life so much more difficult for DJ. Never mind crouching under his cross.
Well, this is going to be big exact fast here. Jonji with cave control. They're going to bear down on Inters and Nafany's position. Shiro's rotating over. You can see the smokes. Here it comes.
This is promising. This is really promising. The flash is... Oh, not going to catch Shiro, though. One through. Inters deals with it. The crossfire is so strong. It has dealt with the issue, dealt with the threat, just enough bullets in the mag, and a quick round of counter.
I'm a genius for putting Nafany in my fantasy team, and Inters. The points I'm getting today, woof.
Farming. Certainly for the first day.
I didn't set my roles, though.
Oh.
Bugger.
What would you have had them as, though?
I would have put Inters as in-game leader, which obviously doesn't make sense because Nafny's the in-game leader, but because the in-game leader is if your team wins games. And then I would have put Nafny as entry fragger.
Yeah.
And then I would have had Henny on AWP. I would have had Elijah as multi-fragger. And then I would have had Naf as either CT or T player, right? Because he's good on both sides, old Naf. He's real good. He's real good. Well, this is a Glock round. Now, if you guys have anything you want to be educated about tomorrow, when Alex and I are back, we're only doing one series today. Tomorrow we have two. You've got Anders and Maui coming up soon. Another Alex in the building.
Another Alex, and slightly more capable in the fragging department, Alex. Let's see what this one goes down. It's dealt with, and just some Glocks to hang out and play. But yeah, Maui and Anders going to be very excited to have.
Oh, they have an easy name, Manders.
Or Mauders. Manders?
It just felt easy.
It does feel easy.
In front of Anders.
Yeah. No, I'm
you can workshop something better. It's just the first thing that came to my mind.
I'm with you, and I completely. I think for now it's our working title.
Owie.
Owie.
But just take away the M from Maui, though.
And actually, technically, it's Anus, right?
Yeah, true.
Anus and.
Or manners. That's just a word, though.
Yeah, it is. We haven't really got one either.
No.
Munge.
Well.
It just sounds.
Duff Mike called Dinko and myself Spunko.
Spunko. Actually, it's got some legs to it, that one.
Oh, missed the second molly there. You saw that one pop in the air, so not able to get the deep incendiary all the way down. More flashes coming mid, a barrage of utility either way, and Jonji will, of course. This guy, he loves a good biff.
Oh, yes, indeed. He's taken down Hobbit. More revenge struck from Inferno. And if they can build into this, they just have to get past Shiro as it stands. He's opting for a very tight line. Responsible, admittedly, for Donut as well. So he can tuck on in. Axel's got his back, and he can just play for the retake now, coming into Temple. What's that fight? Gets a face full of information. A well-placed nade again. Oh, and Shiro catching one on the cross. Jonji late mid. It is dealt with. And now you really don't get much territory to be cleared. Look at the pre-aim. Shiro knows what you're up to. Not far off the mark onto a double.
Oh, the flash is perfect from Inters. That's what you want, right? You want two people completely blind on your screen. The wombo combo, the teamwork at Counter-Strike, that is what it's all about. And just 2 more rounds now as it is just around that 3K mark for Party Astronauts. Started well.
Did start well.
Didn't end well. Jonji has 17 kills.
Yeah, man.
Keeping up in the frag department. DJ, you know, had a couple of good moments as well on Inferno, so seeing some glimmers here from the Party Astronauts. B-Exac again.
At least they're in to the site. Shiro says left, right, good night. 2 of the 3. Jonji nuts, but not enough. It's players with the EpiPen. 15 now to 6. We get the rifles out for one last hurrah. Maybe get your flags on, your war paint, drummer boy, whatever you need and require to get the motivation and the juices flowing in the right direction.
Someone give a speech.
Yeah, a rousing speech. I think that's what's necessary.
Well, they've all got rifles here. 2 Galils, 3 AKs, very light on the util, so their approach might have to be slower. There's the molly to land front donut, and well, they're biffing, they're battling, they're brawling.
Jonji fancies his chances. He's in a nice, sweet spot to punish. Oh, but he's lost his whole team. Maybe this is the moment he becomes a man. Takes off the head of the first. Pre-fires into Exile and now equips with the AWP. If DJ can just live, Jonji can work some magic. The bomb lost in middle, but Jonji, the longer time passes, the... No! He got nutmegged well and truly. Nafany just sitting in the real stuff.
But the problem is he has the AWP now, because he's going to need to be quite mobile to try and get back this bomb. You can see Hobbit's position that he tucked on into. There is no way you're going to break in through mid from Red Room. You might have to go back where you came, which is Donut. You've got Inters and Nafany ready to bear down on that position. You can see this setup. Nafany's covering off mid. They know that he can't rotate spawn to B, so all they have to worry about is mid, Donut, and yeah, they've got everything covered right now.
Yep, we are all sorted as expected. Players have set themselves up in a very hard-to-break formation. There is a slight opportunity here. If he was to swing into the Inters fight, not hiding behind the box, Jonji draws Hobbit's eyes back to him, and they can triple fight this. That's the swing, that's the trade necessary. 16-6, the final scoreline, 25 and counting for Nafany. Looking good for your fantasy, and I'm sure that was not how the fantasy party astronauts had concocted in their head for the conclusion. Not an easy start, not an easy opponent. Lots more games to be played in this group. The likes of Godsend, Big Clan, Liquid, all available.